Worship of God Almighty. Muhammad is the messenger of God Almighty. First pillar. Second pillar. Recognize my God, pray 5 times a day. Third pillar.
This is indoctrination.
Third pillar.
This is a form of hypnotism.
Listen to me. Third pillar. What you just mentioned was totally wrong. Give zakat. Not to the poor. Give 2.5% of your wealth.
To who?
To the state.
No, to the poor.
No, to the state. To the state.
To the state. If there is no state, then of course to the people who need it most.
Oh, okay. So it is there.
If there is no state, to the people, because here's what you got to understand. Listen,
because I don't think that we should.
Listen to me. Let me explain it to you.
As a humanist, I think that we should have.
Yeah, but
Listen. Keep him on the subject. You're gonna let him jump. Right. So why do you give it to the state? I'll tell you why you give it to the state, so the state can distribute it to those who need it. If there is no state, they distribute it to those within your realm who you know who need it. Now whether that be the poor, or whether a woman who's just been divorced, or her husband's just died, or whatever, or someone who's converted to Islam and their families abandoned them, then they can deserving of it. Yeah? But the thing about poor, so how and the fourth pillar of Islam, fast in the month of Ramadan. So in the month of Ramadan, we abstain from not just eating and drinking, but sexual activity, from lying, from fighting. We try to withhold.
So you do that for 11 months of the year, and you lie and fight.
No. From the times of
and only that you don't fast.
From the size
that myth that you fast is nonsense.
Sunrise to sunrise. Let's keep the point. Let's keep the point. Then you can talk about it. Okay. From sunrise to sunset, we don't engage in any other things. We control ourselves. Things we're allowed
to. You don't control yourself because
from then hours we do. From then hours we do.
You won't have sex and you won't have sex.
No. We withhold our desires. But that's very hard. That's very good willpower training. Yeah? Although in Islam we're allowed to have sex, at this particular time we can't. At this particular time we can't eat.
This is the mind control.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a condition of your own self-control.
It's not a condition.
You'll see people who smoke in the month of Ramadan don't smoke all day. Now that shows you there is no addiction. Anyway, and the fifth pillar of Islam is to go, inshallah, in your lifetime to Hajj, make their pilgrimage to Mecca. Now you explain to me how one of those pillars encourage poverty.
Because the one that mentions that giving your money to poor.
Does it mention giving to the poor? I just told you.
Well, I disagree.
I know about my religion, you don't. I live it, you don't.
No.
How can you tell me? How can you disagree with what Allah says in the Quran about zakat? Well, how do I live?
Well, you follow Islam. You don't have sex during the month of Ramadan.
So how do I live? I follow Islam.
You don't have sex during the month of Ramadan.
I follow Islam.
Not during the month.
What does Islam mean? What does it mean?
It means to submit to your God.
Submit to who?
Your God.
There's only one God.
It's not called God. Well, you say there's only one God.
Yes.
Well,
but the Christians say there's only one God, and the Jews say there's only one God, and the Sikhs say there's only one God.
It's the same God. And it's the same God. Well, I believe in one less God than you do.
So you don't believe in God, that's fine. But I want to know.
No God. There's no evidence that God is
What is wrong with me living as a Muslim?
Because you don't.
What do I do that is so abhorrent to you as a humanist? Do I encourage racism? No, I don't. Do I encourage sexism? No, I don't.
Doesn't the religion embrace slavery?
Yes. I think
embrace slavery.
In Islam, if you have a slave, you have to feed them what you feed. Live where you live and clothe them as you clothe them.
If you're wearing Gucci, they have to wear Gucci, and you can't have a slave. You can't have a free person as a slave.
So that's what happens in Saudi Arabia.
Free people.
So that's what happens in Saudi Arabia. That's what happens in Bahrain.
Every human being is free. Therefore, you cannot have a free
In Islam, everything is encouraged. If you've done a particular sin, if you've done a sin, yeah, so bad, free a slave. Everything encourages a slave.
I don't believe in sin. I believe in right and wrong. I don't believe in sin.
So you believe raping young girls is okay?
No, that's against the law. That is
so if the law allows it, then it's okay to do it?
Well, where
so you go to Thailand and sleep with a 12-year-old then, because the law allows it?
Well, Mohammed slept with a 6-year-old.
How old was she?
No, true.
How old was she?
It's all right for Mohammed.
How old was she?
She was 9. He married her when she was 6.
Who told you that?
That's what it says.
Where does it say that?
Correct me then.
Our claim she was at least 13, 14 or 15.
How do you know?
Okay, but the evidence is stronger than yours.
But nobody knows.
Yeah, we don't. We're not.
See, it's not an issue for us, but if you want to bring evidence, we bring evidence.
Okay, what's the evidence of how many wives you have?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you had
We do have it.
No, but I wouldn't have it.
What's wrong with polygamy?
In this society, a man,
What's wrong with polygamy?
in our society, a man,
Let the woman speak.
Society we're living in now, a man can't be equal to 4 women. like material. He can't provide for 4 women. He can't provide for what? You can't. They can't. Oh come on, you lot can't even provide for what?
We can provide for too easily.
This
Anyway,
is another
But
problem
if
with
he
it. It's the inequality of
if he
Islam.
can provide
what's so
for
inequal about that?
Well, a Muslim man can have 4 wives, but a Muslim woman cannot have 4.
No, if he can do
That's
justice,
yeah.
if he can do justice, if he can do
That's
justice.
unequal.
No, it's not. Like, I don't want for. I don't want
No,
for.
but
let's go with your argument as a
would you
humanist.
would you be part of would you marry a man that already had 3 wives?
If he's just to them, and if he's just to me, if they agree, and I agree, if we can agree to live in harmony and like not a lot of nagging and whatever, and if he's buying her Louis Vuitton bag and he's got to buy me a Louis Vuitton bag, then that's cool.
See, here's you don't understand the depth of it.
Bother you? Bother you?
See, here's the depth of it. Men have mistresses in this country now, and the mistress knows about the wife. There's no difference. But we give the mistress rights, we make her a wife, and she has to be treated
It's
equally.
not written into our rule book.
What's that?